I made a mistake. I fixed a Nintendo Switch and I sold it on eBay with both of the controllers for £120. I then received a message from the buyer of the device a day after they got it in the post. The message said, "Hi there, we received the Switch yesterday and initially it worked well, but after a few hours it's developed an error, see photo, and won't start. Do you have any suggestions?" The error code is 21010001 and it basically says an error has occurred. They tried following the instructions that you can see on the screen, which is basically just press the power button and restart the console, but it wasn't working. After doing a bit of research and having a look for the specific error, it seems to be an issue with the M92T36 chip. The buyer that actually goes by the name of Nick, I have asked his permission to use his name. I went back and forth with the seller, just doing some troubleshooting steps to see if we could get it working. Nick, having the patience of a saint, said that this wasn't working and they've even tried the latest software, etc. etc. If every technician spent about 6 hours on a device testing it, it wouldn't be feasible. I basically went back to Nick and said it states online that it might need a certain chip replacing, which is the M92 power chip, which I can do if you're happy to send it back free of charge. Also said, sorry for any inconvenience caused. He then says, "I've got another faulty switch that would you mind taking a look at and fixing up? The touchscreen doesn't work, the SD card reader has the wrong screw size in supposedly, and I think as well one of the Joy-Cons on the Switch has stick drift." I replied back to Nick and just said, "Yeah, alright, I'll have a look at it." Nick and I then agreed on a price that he'd be happy to pay if I was able to fix this Nintendo Switch, and that's what we're going to do in today's video. Fix the Switch that doesn't work that I sold, fix another Switch and Joy-Con issue that he has. So let's get into it. Nick actually sent me a list of things that was wrong with the other Nintendo Switch that I need to take a look at. Here we have the Nintendo Switch that has the error that he was talking about, so what we're going to do is turn it off, take it apart, and replace the M92T36 charging chip. Now we have the housing out of the board, and underneath the scope, this is the chip that I'm talking about, the M92T36 chip. We need to replace this because I think this is what's given up. I don't think I replaced this when I sold it. Maybe I did. If I'm being 100% honest, I can't really remember. 450 degrees Celsius with an airflow speed of 50%. If I try as hard as I can't get it working, it's going to have to be a full refund. Put some flux on, help with the flow of solder. Take our iron. Little blob in the middle. Nice. Take a brand new M92T36 chip. Just place that down. Now you can see here we've got the dot on this side and the arrow is in the top left hand side of the screen here. Pick this up and then go straight back in with the hot air. Okay, here we go. Let it sit. Now it's going to push down. And come off. Now we clean up all of that solder. We apply some more flux and just using the end of the iron, I'm just going to clear all of this up. Let's give it a really good clean with some IPA and a toothbrush plus some cotton buds. Just so we can see our work. I can see as well we have a bridge over on this side on the right, so we will sort that out momentarily. So we have a bridge here, and we also, I think, might have a bridge down here, so we need to clear both of these up. Tiny bit of flux there, and just a tiny bit there as well. This should literally be a touch in a second. That's that one sorted. This one I've had before, and actually it can be a bit of a pain to get out. I think I had to wick it before. There we go. Another clean. Jubbly. Let's check our work. That bridge is definitely gone, which is nice. How are we looking from here? Really nice. Really nice this side. Maybe a little bit off, but all in all good. This side, like I said, a little bit off, but good. I do, however, see another little bridge just here. You guys are probably screaming, "Joey, there's another bridge, there's another bridge. Don't put it back together." Perfect. No more bridges. Let's put it back together and test. I haven't finished putting the switch back together just yet, but I wanted to make sure that that error was gone. So I've just turned it on. Okay, it turns on. That's the result. I'll make sure I give it a really, really good clean. I just want to see if that error has... Come on. Yes. Okay, good. Touchscreen's not going to work because I haven't put what I need to put back yet, but that error is gone and it's fixed. Wicked. Let me put it back together quick. Here we have the console back together after a nice clean looking fresh and gravy. We now need to check as a final test that it's charging on both sides after replacing the M92T36 chip. There we go. One side is absolutely fine. That should reset in a second to power the switch on. There we go. It's just reset. Are we going to get about 0.8 amps or so? Yeah, there we go. Perfect. If we turn it around, go onto the back, put it in charge. Does the back? Yeah, that works as well. Absolutely perfect. Turn it over, touchscreen, etc. Yep, touchscreen works fine. And there we go. So I can send this back. Let's move on to the second switch that he sent me with a list of instructions as to what was wrong. This is switch number 2, which as you can see, the screen isn't in the best of condition and it's also upside down. And Nick, the buyer, has already taken this apart to try and fix some stuff himself. This can be an interesting one. Let's turn it on and see what we get. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, fine. So the micro SD card has been taken out. And like he said, there's no touchscreen. So that's probably one of the major issues that we have. And like he said, I think he has used the wrong size screw for the SD card holder down here. We are also missing a screw from the top of the switch as well. Let's see if we can get that issue sorted first off. The strips down here are screwed as well. They're not coming out. I keep screwing them and they're just not turning. I managed to get this one out, but it was really, really tough and really threaded. I'll say this about anything. Fair play to anyone who actually gives this a go and tries to fix their consoles themselves. Sometimes you can do more harm than what it's worth, but I mean, it's good practice and at least you tried, right? Initially, I thought Nick was talking about this screw that he put that was incorrect, but he put the right one, the small silver one, that was in this place, which is absolutely fine. And I think the actual SD card itself works okay. I think it was just the screw. Yeah, it just says it's difficult to remove the SD card from the slot, that's all. So that we know is working and it's fine. So yeah, what I can see already is that the clasp for the reader isn't here. It's gone. And I think that Nick actually mentioned that as well, but it has come off, which would explain why it's probably not working. Get the battery disconnected first of all. We'll put some brand new thermal paste on as well and give it a bit of a tidy up. I've just seen that this isn't connected, which would explain why it's not working. This can always be very fiddly to actually get in where you need it to go. And sometimes you have to be so careful because otherwise you break the connector on the actual motherboard itself. I think from what Nick was saying, this was a third party, so he's bought this separate. I think what I'm going to do is just straight up replace it for him because the clasp is gone from that anyway. It's not connecting properly. If we have a look at the connector, can you see it's slightly bent? So it's bent inwards on this row at the top here. It's kind of bent down. That might be why he was having an issue trying to connect it. I'm going to check the connector on the board and make sure that's still solid. Looks it, and we don't have any pins that are bent or broken here, which is really, really good. I've just taken one from a donor switch, so we're just going to plug this in now. The right way. Should be plugged in. There we go. Let's screw it down. Put the ribbon cable in. There we go. Screw this little guy back in at the top. There we go. Now, I just want to make sure that it works. Because like with anything and everything, there is a possibility that it doesn't. And that the part I've used is potentially faulty. So let's turn it on. Here we go. Moment of truth. I'm really nervous. I want the best for Nick. He's a really, really nice bloke. I'll actually leave a link to his YouTube channel that he has in the description down below. Okay, moment of truth. Do we have touch? Yes, we do. Let's go, man. Sweet. Next question. Does it take a game? I have faith. Here we go. Yeah, let's go straight away. Off the bat. Look at that. Immortals Phoenix Rising. Sweet. I'm just going to make sure that it definitely goes in and out a couple times. It recognises every single time. Good. Let's get this old thermal paste off. Get the new stuff applied. Sweet. I'm happy that this is now fine. I'll send this cartridge slot back to Nick just in case he wants it for whatever reason because he would have paid for it. But I think it's damaged. Quick service and MOT for Nick to make sure that there's no dust. I have an SD card here. Let's check and just make sure that it goes in and works. Goes in a lot easier. Look at that. Yep, perfect. So it needs to restart for the SD card. It's recognising the SD card. We press later. That's really, really good. I've also got another game, Mario Party Superstars, just to make sure. I wanted to double check the card reader. Make sure we're all good. Here we go. Perfect. Straight away. So far, so good, but that's not it. We have a couple of other things to repair. We also have some Joy-Cons with some issues. So I think one of these controllers has stick drift. So we're going to see. This blue one seems absolutely fine. This blue one connects. Oh, yeah, you can see, look at the drift on this. Look at that. See you later. That's fine. We can get this one replaced, no problem. This also came as well. I don't know what's going on with this controller either. I'm just doing up the Joy-Con after replacing one of the thumbsticks. And I was just thinking to myself, how cool is it that this opportunity where I messed up when I sold to Nick has now turned into something where it's benefited him and myself by getting some other things fixed, you know? And all it required was a little bit of positivity and politeness. This is one done, so that's all good. As you can see, it's working. This is the blue one. So just to confirm, out of the 4 sets that we've got this one, no issues whatsoever. We go back. We test this one on the right. No issues whatsoever. Absolutely perfect. Then Nick sent over another 2, so we've got this one, and we've also got this one. We start with the one on the left. Are we all good? Yeah, we're all absolutely fine with this one on the left. And the one on the right, which he actually confirmed was fine, is also good. No issues whatsoever. Nice. So all the joysticks are repaired. We also have this Joy-Con, which came completely dispatched. It doesn't have the buttons here on the black rail. They've been taken out. We have one here, and I think there was another one. This is the board that plugs into that, and I'm pretty sure that the ribbon cable is gone, like it's snapped. There's nothing at the end of that, which isn't great. Now, what I actually managed to pick up was a replacement one of these from AliExpress. I've had these in stock, so I should be able to use this on this controller to get it back up and running. Looks like we just have one little screw here. I think it just clips on like that. One screw there. Maybe that's it. I don't know. So this Joy-Con that was completely messed up, it does have like a ghost analog stick for some reason, so I'm going to have to take it back apart because it's just not doing anything. There we go. Yeah, look at it. So I need to replace this one as well. And here we go. That's the other one that we've just fixed, and look at that. Absolutely perfect. And here is the complete set that Nick sent over. I think we fixed 2 controllers, and we also managed to obviously fix both of the switches. Shout out to Nick again for being so understanding and just an all-round decent bloke. Really happy that I managed to get all of this sorted. Check out this video to see me fix some more Nintendo Switches. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.